And we cut across to breaking news coming in. The Indigo chaos that has now reached the top court. In fact, a petition that has been filed in Supreme Court seeking CJI intervention. The plea that is primarily over passenger losses to customers who are being inconvenienced. The Indigo chaos that has now blown full swing to the extent that a plea that has been filed in the top court seeking CJI intervention. We are trying to get further details of what this plea states and who exactly has filed this plea, but we are getting further information on how the plea is over passenger losses to customers who are being inconvenienced. It is the biggest airline fiasco that has been seen in recent times, where hundreds of flights have been cancelled, have been disrupted, have been delayed. And remember, this has been happening for over 5 days now. So much so that airfares have soared, and that is really inconveniencing passengers. Now, in the latest, this petition that has been filed seeking CJI intervention, we are trying to get details of what the plea states and how it wants the top court to intervene. However, as CJI's intervention is sought, the plea that is primarily over passenger losses to customers. This even as the Civil Aviation Ministry has issued a clear diktat that the refund must be given out at the earliest to all those passengers who've been at the receiving end, and there must be no delays on that front. Not just that, even with regards to how the fares have really increased, the Civil Aviation Ministry saying it clearly that there must be regulation as far as that is concerned. However, in this latest, the petition that has now reached the top court seeking CJI intervention and the plea that is over passenger losses to customers who are being inconvenienced. We're now cutting across to further details coming in amid the Indigo chaos, where Air India has issued a clarification saying that economy class fares have been capped. Air India and Air India Express have clarified that since the 4th of December, economy class airfares on non-stop domestic flights have been proactively capped to prevent the usual demand and supply mechanism being applied by revenue management systems. Also stating that we are aware of screenshots of last-minute itineraries with one-stop or two-stop flights or a combination of economy and premium, economy or business cabins taken from third-party platforms. It is not technically possible to cap all such permutations, but we are engaging such platforms to exercise oversight. Air India and Air India Express are seeking to add capacity to help travelers and their baggage reach their destinations as quickly as possible. This is the latest statement that has been issued by Air India. Air India spokesperson adding specifically that as far as economy class is concerned, within Air India the fares have been capped, saying that Air India and Air India Express have clarified that since the 4th of December, economy class airfares on non-stop domestic flights have been proactively capped to prevent the usual demand and supply mechanism being applied by revenue management systems, saying that we are aware of screenshots of last-minute itineraries with one-stop or two-stop flights or a combination of economy and premium economy or business cabins that are taken from third-party platforms. It is not technically possible to cap all such permutations, but we are engaging such platforms to exercise oversight. Let me cut across to Amit Bhardwaj joining us on the broadcast. So Amit, we understand that the situation is fairly scattered, and while the Civil Aviation Ministry and even the other airlines, Air India to be specific, that has now issued the statement saying that sometimes the bookings happen through a third party and there are certain limitations as far as controlling that is concerned, but at their end, they are trying to cap economy class.
Right, the clarification has come from Air India as well as Air India Express in regards to the screenshots which were doing rounds about the airfare for certain sectors across, airlines, and to be very specific about their brands as well. They are saying that ever since December 4th itself, they have ensure that the economy class tickets are under the prescribed capping, which means the airfare should remain as per the government and the industry decided prices. But for the business class or the indirect flights, which are basically if you want to fly between Mumbai and Delhi, the flight tickets are not available. Sometimes you may get options for traveling via one airport or two intermediary airports in order to reach your destination. In that case, these are different kind of permutation combinations and the prices may spike there. And hence, Air India is clarifying that we have already implemented the capping prices for economic class, direct flights, but as far as third-party applications are concerned, indirect flights are concerned, they have also seen certain screenshots doing the round. And third permutation combinations are beyond their control at this point in time, but they are actively trying to resolve this matter as well. Back to you.
All right, Amit, many thanks for getting us those details.